Right folks, how's it going? It's me, Des Catties. I'm out in the shed, as you can see. Some of you folks have been asking me to do a little bit of a video on my rations, on the vacuum seal pack rations that I take out. Okay, and basically this is a video just to sort of share with you some of my personal experience and knowledge. This is a disclaimer: I'm not a dietitian, okay, and I'm not an expert when it comes to food. This is all my own personal experience that I wish to share with you, the viewer, so stay tuned. Right, so here goes folks. Right, this isn't planned, a rehearsed video. I'm literally just going to throw it out there and show you. Now, if you're a follower to my channel, you'll know in the past I used to do a lot of Duke of Edinburgh's award stuff, and I used to be up in the hills all around the UK, taking out groups and leading them in the British hills. Now, one system that I used to use when I used to make up my ration packs was that I used to use this kind of box, okay, and then what I used to do in here was I keep all my ration system in here, so it's almost like a filing system. So what I would do is I would vacuum seal up a series of foods into these bags. The bags are from Andrew James, and I actually use an Andrew James vacuum sealer. There's 1,001 of them out there. I will put some links into the description if you're so interested, if you want to use me affiliate. The Andrew James ones are quite cheap. I think the only thing that a lot of people complain about is that you have to use the Andrew James bags with them. Anyway, so that's what I used to do. I used to make up my own wrapper. I used to, you know, go to all these cheaper shops, Pound Stretcher and all the rest of it, get loads and loads of different foods. I stick them in my box, and then I would make up these packs, and then it was just an easy system for me. Rather than keep saying to my wife, oh, I need this, this, this and this, all right, I literally would make up the packs, and then I can just go through there and grab one, and normally I'd use them all up within a year or so, okay, and they all had pretty good dates on the stuff. All right, now when I make these up, I don't sort of have any real kind of system into the way I do it. I kind of very base it loosely on maybe, say, my experience of being in the military and having a military ration pack. For you folk over across the pond in America and such like, you got your MREs and stuff like that. You know, very mixed opinions with MREs. I don't mind them, but you know, again, each their own. But when I make up my ration pack, normally I'm going to have something that's for breakfast, okay, I may have something for lunch, or I'm going to be snacking on stuff, and then I'll have a main evening meal. You know, whether you're in the woods or you're out on the hills, at the end of the day, you're using up lots and lots of energy. You might be carrying a rucksack. Even if you're going ultra light, you're still having to carry a rucksack, and you're exerting lots of energy, lots of calories, whether you're in the woodland or you're walking over mountains and steep terrain and stuff like that. So it does make sense, obviously, to obviously keep hydrated with water, plenty of water, keep that body circulating, getting the for oxygen and stuff like that. But secondly, as well, you need the calorific value of food. Okay, obviously very important. You know, if you're on a survival course and all that sort of thing, that's a totally different ball game. And sometimes I actually think it's not a bad idea to go on a controlled survival course or something like that, because it's a good idea to see how your body reacts to different foodstuffs. All right, it's not just about going out and foraging, picking a nettle, sticking it in a stew and drinking it and hoping that you're going to be all right for the next week, because it doesn't quite work that way. So anyway, maybe I was digressing ever so slightly there, but I think it all still has a meaning. Now, if this one, for example, now is just like this is almost like a lunch meal or a tea meal. Now in there I've got a packet of pasta, I've got a couple of sachets of coffee, I've also got 2 peperamis in there, and then I've got some protein bars. These are like oat, like an oat high protein and carb bar, and then also what I will have in there as well is a lot of the time I make up my own porridges. Now with my porridges, what I do, I normally, like for example, there's one in there. So the porridge, what I normally do is I often use, there's one here in the UK, Fuel 10K, it's called a porridge, and I would use that. And basically what I would do is I'd get a little bag, resealable bag, and in there I put protein powder, peanut butter powder, probably some chia seeds and stuff like that, so I get some real nice high calorie foods into my body, especially first thing in the morning. Now, yeah, some of you might be saying, you know, bacon, eggs, sausages and all the rest of it. Yeah, great. I know, and I love it, and I love that myself. But that had, to me personally, I think it has its place. And if you're doing stuff in the hills, I think it's a little bit, to me, it's a little bit inconvenient making sausage, bacon and egg and all that sort of stuff, because it's cleaning it and all that sort of stuff. So it just, to me, it makes more sense just to be able to boil up some water in the morning, whether you're going to pour the water directly into your little resealable bag that you're going to use, or secondly, if you're just going to use a mug, okay, pour your contents in there, mix it up, and then get the calorific value there. I mean, they often, you know, there's a saying, isn't there, that breakfast is supposed to be the best meal of the day. You know, you guys make your own decision on that one. All right, so yeah, I mean, so that's one I've just showed you. That one, haven't I? That's another one that I've got there. This is just like a kind of like a lunch one. Okay, so that might be great if I'm just going out for the day. Okay, and then literally what I'll do is I can slip that out, throw it in the rucksack, and then I ain't got to worry about a brew kit and everything else, because everything's in there. Okay, now with the foodstuffs, some of the foodstuffs that I buy, they vary as well. And again, folks, it's up to you what you buy. Experiment, you know, don't take my stuff as gospel. You might have dietary issues, you might you might have issue with dairy products, you might have issue with nuts and stuff like that. So again, you know, this is something that you do personally, that you'll have to sort of do a little bit experiment yourself. All right, this is not what I'm teaching. It's not hard and fast. I am really just sharing my own knowledge and my own personal experience. I like to take rice, for example. I like the micro rices. One, because they're easy to, they're already part cooked anyway, and I can either just peel that back ever so slightly, put that in a bag of water, into a bowl of water, into a cup of water or something, and then eat that directly from there, or mix it up with maybe some other mixes. For example, I might want to take something like that. This is just like a curry sauce, tarka dal there, that I can mix together with those two. Okay, and that could be my tea. Okay, right. Another one in there. I've got some more protein bars, some coffee, vacuum sealed porridge there. I've also got some fruit leather, and then I've got this is one of those, it's like a Heinz bean sensation, I think it is. So again, it's quite high carbohydrates, and obviously slow releasing for energy and stuff like that. And then one of my bigger ones, okay, tikka masala, a rice. And then I've just basically butchered some other old ration packs, and I've stuck some bits in there with some protein bars. Alright, now let's just stick that down there out of the way for a minute. Right, so maybe if you're on a little bit of a budget, okay, there's nothing stopping you taking a tin of beans, is there? Alright, if you like beans and ravioli or whatever. But what it might be worth doing is maybe opening the tin. If you've already got a vacuum sealer, is either to, you know, pour the contents into a vacuum seal bag, obviously ensuring that you get as much of the foodstuffs into the bottom there, then seal it up. What some people do, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube, people make up chili con carnes. They'll even dry them in a dehydrator, so they take all the moisture out of the food, again vacuum seal it, and then just add water to it when they're on the trail and stuff like that. All right, so you know, I'm really not sort of, you know, this is just higgledy-piggledy video, just to give you some idea, you know, some of you folks that are asking a few questions about my ration packs and stuff like that. Now this one I'd opened a few weekends ago, because I basically just wanted the bars out of it, the protein bars. But if I show you what's in here to give you an idea, now this is a potato and what's this one, potato and bacon, isn't it, in there? Okay, in a mylar bag. I've also got a tikka masala. Again, I can mix that together and have that together. It really doesn't bother me. I don't care when it comes to things like that, to be quite honest. But really what I've got there is a super rice. It is a dry rice. and then I've got a masala mixture there to have together. That'd be my tea. And if I want, depending on how hungry I am, depending on what the situation is, it could be that I don't often eat. If I'm out doing bushcraft and stuff like that, I kind of find myself just nibbling on bits and pieces throughout the day, and then having a main meal in the evening, and then I may potentially be cooking fresh. I might have a bit of steak, some cheese, or whatever. All right, so there we go. That's some little bits in there. I've also got this is out of one of these old ration packs, and that basically is just one of those sort of isotonic drinks, okay, which again is quite handy when you want to replenish a few little nutrients and minerals into your body. Okay, sachet of coffee. Okay, and then this is just an old sort of like one of these jelly sort of high sweet sort of sugar, almost like a lump of jelly, I think it is, that's soaked in, that's covered in sugar. All right, now I like to take protein bars, oat bars and stuff like that. Often I would just snack on them just as a snack. There would be something that I would just eat whenever, willy-nilly, stick them in my pocket or stick them in the top of my rucksack or somewhere where I can get to them, and it'll be just something that maybe when I sit down having a breather, maybe if I'm with a group of friends or something, just sitting there chatting, it really is just a snack food. And then this one here, for example, has got a pouch of Idaho mashed potato. I've also got I think there's like a vegetarian curry mix there, protein bars, another isotonic. There's this, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Bratter Coughlin. It's like a potato and ham kind of thing in a mylar bag, really good. And again, that's just a ration pack. You know, that, as I say, you just stick in your pack, and you know, use it whenever. All right. So now, if you might like the idea of adopting that system where you can. You know, make up a load of ration packs, stick them in a box, and they'll stay there indefinitely, really. Sometimes what I have done in the past, I've put the dates as well, but normally, even when stuff goes out of date slightly, if it's not too bad, I'll eat it anyway. I don't care. If I'm hungry, I'll eat it, you know, within reason, and stuff like that, folks. All right, so there it is. All right, so there it is, folks. All right, nothing hard and fast, okay. That's it. I've got nothing else to say about it. You know, experiment. You know, there's 1001 videos, probably people explaining it a hell of a lot better than me. Okay, but what I do, okay, is from my own personal experience. Don't get me wrong, I like to cook with fresh stuff. If you're a regular viewer to the channel, you'll see me cooking steak and asparagus, eggs, bacon, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. The burgers, all the good stuff, okay. But you know, if you want to sort of maybe try and, if you're looking at maybe doing stuff on a slight budget, then it might be an idea with some of your foods indoors that you've got excess of, then to maybe, you know, sort of, you know, buy yourself a dehumidifier if you haven't already got one. They are good bits of kit. There are videos again on YouTube showing you how to make ones from, you know, doing ones yourself. I've got a dehydrator myself. I make my own jerky and stuff like that, fruit leather, and things like that. Or, you know, as I say, you know, if you're going to use these, you know, you might want to, you know, for example, this particular meal here, the micro rice, you might want to put your curry sauce or your mixture of sauce, what you're going to have in there, put it into one of these vacuum seal bags, okay, and then vacuum seal that up, okay, and then you've got your meal, you know. So it's basically up to you, but as I say, you've just got to experiment, play around with it, okay, and see how you get on. All right, so please, folks, you know, leave your comments. Please check out the description. All the stuff will be down there. I'll put some links down there for my affiliate page. Check out the Etsy store. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can. I'll stick the link down there if I remember. All right, so thanks for watching, folks. Take care. I'll see you on the next video.